Hello everybody, welcome. Yeah, I'm just here in the studio. It's a Sunday evening. But it's a beautiful day. I've just got a few things that I need to finish off. Some bowls that I threw and have now trimmed. And I'm sort of deliberating what I'm going to do with them, you know. Don't always know exactly at the beginning exactly how I'm going to finish pots off, but these I was actually going to dip in some crocodile raw glaze that I've got here. Yeah, they're all a bit different, you know. They're all thrown 20 ounces. They're all the same weight, but they're basically the same, but they're all a little bit individual. So, yeah, I've got a couple here. You see, this one has got like a bit of a line in the middle here. Well, that line is going to act as like a dam, if you like, to stop the glaze just running straight off the pot. So they create a bit of interest, and every once in a while along this line, I remove a little bit of it. You see. So what happens in the glaze then dribbles down that little place. So I make a few little, and then the running of the glaze, you see, becomes a decorative feature in itself. So I'm just removing a little bit of that ridge there, sort of with the idea that, yeah, I mean, sometimes it works. So, same again here on this one. I'm just going to make a little cutaway. Dee dee dee. Well, I hope you've all been diligently practicing over your Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, let me just change the focus on the camera. Maybe that'll make it a bit clearer. So I've just made these little, difficult to see, but it'll just allow the glaze to dribble down, you see, which might make it interesting. So here I've got a bucket of raw glaze, which is only wood ash, unwashed wood ash, and red clay, like red art. So with these, I'm not going to glaze them right the way down to the foot, because this glaze may have a tendency to run, and then they run off onto the shelf. So I'm just going to dip it just over the shoulder here, you see. As you can see, I'm using my latest tool. kindly given to me by Joel up there in Washington State. So thanks, Joel. We're using your whisk. Actually, they're good things for potters, for stirring glaze. Okay, so here goes. As you can see, there's some moisture still in the pot. It hasn't gone dry yet. Now, just a word here. It's important to glaze the inside and the outside at the same time, because if we just glaze the inside, the glaze will want to expand the pot, which could cause it to crack, and that does happen sometimes. So I'm going to be careful to glaze it, holding the foot, you see. I'm going to double dip it and get glaze on the outside as well as the inside. Let's see what this is doing. Yep, we did it. And there he is, you see, he's glazed on the inside as well as the outside. So, now this whole thing about raw glazing is to eliminate the bisque firing process. And I'm just getting the feeling that what I want to do is actually do a little decoration on this one. So, well, let's just bring the camera outside a minute. I guess that's the best thing to do, isn't it? We will sit here with Temaku the cat. But we will sit here in this one. Yeah, I just wanted to add a little decoration to this one. I just had an idea. Always good to be spontaneous, isn't it? So I'm using the blunt end of the tool here. And just adding a little light relief. Just adding a few these kind of raw glazes can tend to be slightly on the thin side. They can be. But they lend themselves very well to, if you're doing any kind of decorative like scratchy type decoration like I'm doing now, it lends itself very nicely to that, for that. So I've just done that decoration down there, just added that. I'm not sure exactly how it will turn out. I have a rough idea, but I think it could be a little bit more interesting. So let's get back there to the glaze. Oh, there's a pot there I'll show you I just did. Let me just show you this guy. Let's just change the focus. So this is what I was doing yesterday, or the last time I showed you, like a hakami, you see, loosely brushed on, white slip with a brush, and then once you've brushed it on, you can then carve through it, you see, again with my broken off hacksaw blade. So yeah, be inventive. We'll see how that one comes out. Okay, let's just get back there to that glaze bucket. Dee, 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 dee. All right, there he is. And let's dip this guy we just did. Let's make sure any little, in case there are any loose bits of clay, that they are gone from the decorated area. So we'll double dip him again. Now, because this is a raw pot, you see the glaze is not, or let's say the water of the glaze is not really absorbed like it is on a bisque pot, because a bisque is very absorbent, isn't it, and dries very quickly, whereas a raw glaze pot doesn't always dry so fast. It takes a little extra time. What I'm going to do is put him in the sun down here though, and he'll dry a bit faster. So I'll just show you something else that one can do. Hang on. I haven't tried this tool out yet. This is my latest pottery tool. I got it down at my cheap shop, you know. But I thought, you know, sometimes when you're looking around these places, you see things and you think, oh yeah, I could use that. Maybe we could try something with that, you know. So now you can do these kind of things with your fingers, and you do like a finger wipe decoration, you see. In other words, you dip the pot and then quickly afterwards, before the glaze has had time to dry, take your finger and you do a very rather spontaneous, quickly moving decoration with your fingertip, removing the glaze, and that itself will leave a decorative effect. Now I've got this guy. This is not exactly like a fingertip. It's got a bit more of a point here. So I'm not sure how it'll work actually, to be honest. But what the heck, we'll give it a try. Yes, we will. So down he goes. I've got to do this one left-handed. Should be interesting. Ooh. Oh yeah, we made it. at this point the glaze is still pretty wet, isn't it? As you can see, it's very shiny. So if I strike the glaze now, whether it's with my fingertips or whether it's with some other tool, the tendency will be for the glaze to fill in the decoration that I've just done. It will tend to fill it in, and it won't look very clear, the decoration. It will look a bit not saying messy, but it'll lose definition, if you know what I mean. So if you do it, if you wait just a little bit, but just let the glaze, because as I say, with these raw pots, you see the glaze doesn't dry instantly. It takes a little while, so we can afford to wait and hang on a little bit, which we're doing, and then we're going to just do a simple decoration with this tool. So I've done there, I don't know if you've seen that, I've done one mark there I've made. You can see it's still there, isn't it? So I can take the tool, so we can do a simple repeat decoration like this around the side of the pot. You're all going to be rushing out and buying these now, aren't you? So it's those grasses again, isn't it? It's all the grass I have to cut around here. You see, it gets to me. As I've said before, these kind of decorations, you want to be quick about them. Don't hang around being indecisive, you know. And there we are. We've done on the wet slip, you see. It's all got the glaze on the inside there already. So, well, we'll put him in the sunshine with the other one, with his brother. La 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 la. Yeah. So there it is, folks, just playing around, you see. Just playing around. So, good. Well, I've got a couple more to do here. Raw glazing. Now, raw glazing is fraught with quite a lot of problems. It can be, because you have to know what you're doing a little bit, and I don't know what I'm doing entirely. I do have some idea, but yeah, I'll just show you these here, or this one, let's say. This is one I did, this tea bowl I did some time ago, and the glaze is dry now. It's actually been on my bench over here for about 6 months, waiting to get into the kiln, and you can see the clay, how the clay has gone dark here. It's actually, the clay is sort of oxidized. The surface of the clay has oxidized. and yeah. But any decoration that you do, it can stand out quite nicely. As the glaze melts, it reveals the engraving underneath very, very, very well. So that's it for now, folks. Keep practicing. See you soon.